Hello, everybody. This is Mickey Clayton, the coach with INSiiGHTS, and we're presenting the Claflin Athletic Show second season. And helping kick it off is a person who needs no introduction to the civilized world. That would be Tony O'Neill, who's completed his third year as athletic director at Claflin University. And welcome him to the show. T.O.
How you doing, Mickey?
Man, I'm doing great, boy. Look at that smile, everybody. That's that happiness and joy of what's getting ready to start off for another successful season at Claflin.
Yes.
I know you got to be excited.
Very, very excited, Mickey. Yesterday, Saturday, we did check-in for the freshmen. Upperclassmen are back, and it was open gym yesterday, and just to walk in and hear the balls bouncing. Got basketball back. Volleyball is getting ready. Cross country is on its way back. You know, it's the start of the school year, and I'm excited about it.
And that you should be. We ladies and gentlemen, we already have Coach Shy scheduled for her interview for next week. So she'll be up next, and we'll have her on a couple times in season. What a delightful young lady you have representing your volleyball team, Coach.
Oh, without a doubt, she's phenomenal.
Yes, sir. You've done a lot of positive things at Claflin. I'm gonna start off with what accomplishments do you feel the athletic department has made, and tell me what are some of the mountains you still wish to climb.
I think for me the biggest accomplishment is the connection with our alumni and fans in our community. You know, and putting a product out there that they're proud of and excited about, and willing to come in, make the sacrifices to come to the games and get on the road. I mean, our road attendance was very good last year, and looking forward to it again this year. And you know, Mickey, I'm just a grinder, man. I love what I do, and we set our goals and we work hard to achieve them. You know, we work hard to make sure our students are graduating. We make sure, you know, this year when we had our meeting chat with the AD, you know, the goal that stood out the most for me was all of our programs, you know, having number one on there to win the all academic award, you know, and then, you know, of course the conference championship itself, but, you know, understanding that we're an educational institution, and that's our brand, and athletics is what we do, and enhancing that as well. But, you know, having the right focus, you know, so I was very pleased with the coaches with our meeting, and, you know, just to see their enthusiasm and understanding the overall picture of what we do. You know, we're not Division I, we're Division II, and at Division II, you get some students that have the opportunity to go to the next level, but for the most part, you know, they're going to the next level in something other than sports.
Mm-hmm. Well, one of the things I know is that Claflin is an academic institution, and it's been amazing to me, having been at HBCU myself, that people have this perception. Well, I got a kid, Coach. What do you think? You think they'll be all right at Claflin? I said, athletically, but he'll never get a chance to play a sport because he doesn't go to class. And if he's not going to class, he's going to be unhappy, and they're going to send him back home. He'll be home in a week. You'll think he never left.
Oh, Mickey, you hit it on the head. You know, I again, you know, if your GPA is a 2.8 or less, you're in study hall, a mandatory study hall. So, you know, it's exciting, and it's unfortunate sometimes that, you know, there are some young people out there that, you know, aren't meeting the overall academic standards. Now, you know, we're like any other institution. You're going to have one or two individuals that come in right at that threshold, but, you know, then, you know, like I tell our staff, when we take those chances, we can't fail. So we got to make sure that they graduate and the GPA is rising, you know, each year. But ultimately, they're walking across that stage, and so that opens up a lot of doors for us. But yeah, if you're not committed to academics and athletics, yeah, Claflin's not the place.
Yeah. And I tell them that let's not waste our time. That we understand we're HBCU and we have a mission and we want to help some of our
Right.
students, and we understand that, but we can't take a lot of them. And we have, as you say, you want that academic award, and you can't do that with a high number of at-risk students who don't want to go to class. Now,
Correct.
you go to class, and we figure we could get you through if you put
Yep.
forth the effort.
Yep. Yep.
But
You hit it on the head. Got to have that commitment.
Absolutely. Now, what are some of the mountains that you still feel that you want to accomplish? I know you've gotten a lot more alumni involvement, a lot more support. You've worked exceptionally well with your president. And what are some of the things that you have that you still want to work towards within your department?
Well, I want to increase the awareness of Claflin athletics. I'm actually in partnership with our advancement team, which you don't see a lot of that, at institutions where the athletic department is in partnership with the advancement department and working together for the athletic scholarships, the scholarships for the university. So in my package, you know, like we have separate packages and then we have our joint package. But in just the athletic package for some of the local communities, the opportunity to get a table at the President's Gala, so they can see the other side of what we do, and then the flip side, the advancement team, when they're going to the major donors and supporters, they have all of our fundraising activities and our, like our golf tournament and our soiree and our brunch and the Hall of Fame, and they put that a part of their package. So if they're asking for a certain amount of giving, a percentage of that comes straight to athletics, and that's rare, but it's beautiful, and I love that partnership that we have with Dr. Burgess and his team.
Institutional advancement has really put on some good programming on the Claflin Athletic Show. They've done a good job in the trip that they made to South Africa in season 1. That was extremely well received with Miss Veronica Cohen.
Yes.
And, we opened with her last week. So if you just tune in for the first time, we have her show up there so you could see it. But you said it. That is an extremely rare occurrence that institutional advancement and athletics work so closely together.
Yeah. And last year when Ms. Cohen found out, we're in a meeting and we were talking about the show, and she says, "Tio, when can I go on?" I said, "Tell you what, let me get with the producer and I'll introduce you to." And as you see now, they have 1 week out of the month where they have an opportunity to promote, the university from the advancement side. But it's a great partnership. It's a great partnership.
Yes, and I'm glad you allotted them that week because she wanted every other week.
Yeah, that's Miss Cohen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, you've been in athletic administration over 20 years.
30.
Tell us some of the things that make Claflin unique, because you've been different places, but in that, it allows you to draw on those experience, but it also allows you to be able to sell the brand of Claflin and what you want to do within that athletic department.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about some of the things that make Claflin unique.
Top 10 HBCU, small town, but our alumni giving is phenomenal. And most people think that you have to give millions and millions. No, you give what you got. And our alumni are excellent with that. Our percentages are very high with the alumni giving back to the university. And then just the support, and I know every HBCU or every university has, that one group. Everybody, wherever we go, there's that connection with Claflin, and they want to be in the same room, so when we do if we're playing competition somewhere, they're there, or if we're just doing an alumni tour, you know, they're inviting us. They're a part of it, and it's beautiful. I mean, and they're holding different events, and they're seeking for us to be there, and we go and show that love and support, you know. And we had Hayward come back the other day, phenomenal young talent, and he did the introductory to the freshmen and bringing them back to the university. And the man almost brought me to tears. His message was so powerful. But it's a beautiful thing. And I got to say this: he talked about being that person in the room that a lot of people didn't know. You go to these big conventions and people don't know who you are and how you treat people with respect all the time, because you never know who you sit next to. And he said at this meeting in Chicago, he was sitting next to this gentleman, no security, just down to earth. They're sitting there having a conversation. The next week, he's looking on the news, and he was sitting next to Senator at that time, Barack Obama.
Mm.
You know, how powerful of a message is that, you know? And, you know, but again, President Obama never came off like he was bigger than anything. He sat at the table with everyone else. And this man was getting ready to announce his candidacy for president of the United States, which he ultimately won. He got 2 terms out of it. But again, our Claflin individuals being in the room and having the opportunity to meet people, you know, powerful people and people who are making change. And then it just inspires our young people to go out there and make change.
Wow, that's a powerful message right there, Tony.
Yes. Thanks, man.
But tell me and tell us, because you don't need me to say much. You tell me I need to stop talking to him. But tell us about your support team. And just, I know in itself that takes up the show, but just tell us about them, because you have an outstanding support team.
Mickey, it's a dream team. And young, hungry, willing to learn, eager to teach what they learn, and just loyal to the cause and the overall mission of our department and the university, you know, and each and every one of them, you know, they don't, you know, it's sometimes you can say, hey, I need this done, and people say, what? Or how long is it going to take? My group say, let's get it done. And they're going to tell you what we need.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, this is, and what I like is I'm great at finding ideas. So I'll have an idea and I'm like, okay, this is what I'm looking at, y'all. Tell me what you think. And before you know it, around that room, they done got 10 ideas. And now we got to nail it down to one, how to make it happen. It's not like I'll come up with something. How do we make it happen? And here we go. They're making it happen. And we're a small staff, but we work extremely well together. And the other part to our staff that I think is a great part of our success is family. Our outside family, our support team outside of athletics at home. And them being able to come and be a part of what we're doing, and you know, and feeling a part of what we're doing, you know, and that's huge. You know, you think you go to work and you go home, but our children come to the games, or our children come on campus. You know, my daughter just transferred here; she'll be graduating in December, and I had to tell her last year, baby, I can't give you a key to my office. She said, but Dad, I'm in there. The secretary let you in, but I can't give you a key to my office.
Right.
You know, I mean, you know, and the some of our younger coaches with their younger kids, hey, at 4:00, 4:30, I know somebody's running in here, and they're coming in and they're going straight to the snack drawer, or I put more Gatorade and water, And one of the kids said, "Mr. T.O." I said, "Yes." He said, "You don't have as many sodas in here." I said, "Yeah, because I got in trouble giving y'all sodas after class. So just get it in water."
Oh, I think
But that family is huge. It's a big part of what we do.
I got to bring this up. I got to bring the elephant up in the room,
Okay.
and that is, you kind of been fighting through some things, um, just with the accident, and
Yeah.
having a staff that almost put you on restriction. And
No, they put me on restriction. Yeah. Yeah.
share a little bit about it, because it's what it is it's a comeback story,
Yeah.
and it's a story of unity and how important it is to have people who row that boat in the same direction
Yes.
and allow you an opportunity to heal and get rested to get ready for the year. And not everybody has a staff that
Mm.
they could leave or have minimal supervision over and know that they're going to carry on the mission and the task at hand. I know it's something you're very proud of in terms of what you've done with them
Yes.
and have allowed them to lead. They've kept assuming that leadership role for you. You've done a real good job with that. But this is definitely your story to tell, Tio.
Yeah. I try to, lead by example. I'll get in the trenches with them. Family is important. Personal, I say the quality of life is most important thing to me when I talk to our staff all the time. And unfortunately, I was in a car accident and ultimately had to have neck surgery, which put me out for about 8 weeks. And their communication was with my wife, not me. And it took 6 weeks for them to mention anything about work. And that was only after I brought it up. They would call and check on me every day, you know, uh, make sure my wife got what she needed, and make sure my daughter was in here every day. How's your dad? But, you know, we were getting ready for the golf tournament. And, that's my baby. And they said, "Boss man, we got this." And they were conducting the meetings, and I was able to log in, but I couldn't talk. And you know how hard that was?
Yes, yes.
But I needed to hear it. So, and they're moving, and they're playing chess, and they're making the moves, and I'm sitting up there like, "Oh, I like that. Okay, good move. All right." But for them to know how I think and know how to add their thought process into it. And it's just like baking a cake. You put all the ingredients in there, and then you put it in the oven. And I was able to heal properly, and we didn't miss a beat. And then after the 6 weeks, they still had me on a limited restriction on how many times I can call the office. So, but just having that workforce, every last one of them, from academics to the coaches, they did what they were supposed to do to make sure that our department was still being ran in the right way. And I was most proud. When you said that, it still just gives me joy, man. Just to know that you have, individuals that understand the mission, and understand, hey, it's still next man up. You got somebody on the sideline. We still got to keep it going. And we've all had our challenges. We've had challenges. Some of our staff had personal challenges. Some of them had challenges with their parents. Illnesses that they had to work through, children, deaths, and us being there to support one another is huge. And again, it starts from the top. It really starts from the top. And I'm not talking about me. My president checking on us, checking on me, and checking on all of us, as a university family, and the cabinet, my colleagues, man, oh my God. To have vice presidents that, that you can pick up the phone and call, not just from a work standpoint, but from a personal standpoint. And, you, understanding our struggles, or I won't even say struggles, our different challenges in life, and being there to support one another. It's just been, Claflin has been just absolutely phenomenal. And like you said, Mickey, I've been a few places, and not to say that they were bad places, but Claflin and Orangeburg, South Carolina, yeah, a little different in a great way. In a great way. Yeah.
I have said before, and I will continue to say, I've been on most Black HBCU campuses. There's not many I've missed. Everybody likes to say they're family. They could talk the talk, but everybody doesn't walk the walk. You feel it on Claflin from the minute you walk on campus to people that are working the grounds and speaking to you when you walk by. It's everybody. It's just a feeling you have, and for it to permeate like that, it has to be something that starts from the top down.
Yes,
I mean,
definitely.
Unless it's in the leadership, the subordinates will never follow through on that.
Amen.
I just get proud of y'all. I just really do it, and your staff. They're so close to you and work so hard together to make the dream a reality.
Yes, definitely, man.
So I had to mention that and their coordination with your wife, because I know when we were at the soiree, you know what I did. Went to your staff.
That's right. and they came running. I said, I'm good, y'all. I'm good. Mickey said you're doing too much. I'm good. Okay, I'll go sit down. No, but again, but they see it. They see it in the relationships that I have with, my family and friends. I mean, Mick, we've been together now for 20-some years, and how we support one another, and they know that they can go to Mickey, or Mickey can come to them easy and make something happen. And just like the show, when you're doing the interviews, I'm out of the picture. You send your notices, and they go through the chain, and they're there, but they know Mickey Clayton. And so that's a positive thing for us, and some of our, we're going to do even more this year with our supporters, but our supporters have been on the show, and that's been a great thing. Our supporters been on the show, so it's God is good, man.
Yes, he is, and we appreciate having the opportunity to help Claflin grow the brand, which is what we're trying to do. But one of the things that you've not mentioned, and I'm gonna, I'm gonna call you on it. Let's get to some of the athletic successes. You had some successful teams in the last year or two, and accomplished some things that have never been accomplished before at Claflin and in the CIAA, including the academic standards you set. I need you to blow your own horn for a little bit. I need you to do it, and I want them to hear straight from the athletic director.
Yeah, so it starts with phenomenal coaches who go out and get phenomenal athletes. And I said all the time, I can't compete anymore, but I can instill the vision and the know-how in our student athletes with being supportive for our coaches. And last year, we were able to win our first championship. The softball team won. Then they came back the next year after, 3 years in a row. We were two-time champion, went to the regionals. Last year, we unfortunately lost in the championship game. But, we're having a great run. And I met some of the softball freshmen this morning, and they were like, "Oh, you're Mr. T.O." I'm like, yeah, when they're walking through, and, but softball has really started off, and then indoor track on the first CIAA championship. And then we came back, and it was so funny to see the coach walk in, and we finished third in outdoor. and a few more events that we have to strengthen up on. But when he brought the trophy in, he says, here's third place. I said, good job, coach. We in the hunt. He said, you keep it in your office. I said, you know what? Sure, coach.
I'll take it.
Go get the big one. Go get the big one. But,
Right.
and men's and women's basketball, we had a turnaround season last year, and, 11-game winning streak at one time for the women. The guys, 9-game winning streak. And being ranked the top 4 in the conference, and ultimately at one time being in first place. So just setting that standard, that bar high. And the thing that I just constantly tell our coaches and our players, I just want to be in the hunt. I want to compete at the highest level, because if you compete at the highest level and you're in the hunt, at some point you're going to conquer. You know, Coach, the president used, the system. He says the system a lot. So what we're trying to do is create a system. And, I tell our players, I don't want a great team. I want a great program. And then I ask them, how do you develop a great program? And I say, this is how I was taught. As a freshman, you play for sophomores. As a sophomore, you play for juniors. As a junior, you play for seniors. As seniors, you play for your legacy. See, as a senior, you playing for that legacy. Well, when you come back the next year for homecoming, and the homecomings after that, they're still talking about your accomplishments. I was fortunate enough to play football at Central State. We're celebrating our 40th year anniversary from our first national championship, competing in the national championship, and we got something to celebrate at this homecoming. But again, it's that legacy. And so now, if that senior year you win the championship, that means that sophomore won, that freshman won, that junior won. And guess what? Now they're trying to enhance their legacy, and they're stepping stone. It's just constant. Each group wants to be something special and wants to leave a legacy. And so we were fortunate enough to win some championships this year and be in the hunt for other championships. But this year, our goal is to kick the door down. And I just told him I want to dominate. I was talking to one of the players yesterday, and he said, Mr. T.O., what do you want from us? I said, domination. He said, yeah, we're gonna kill people on the floor. I said, no, that's just part of domination. I want it all. He said, huh? I said, yeah, I want all the academic awards. I want all the team awards. I want all the championships. I said, I'm not selling for nothing less. I said, this is what I want. And he was like, you know what? We're going to get it for you. I said, yeah. He said, well, we got to, I said, to be in the hunt, you got to have a 3.2 or better GPA.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He's like, oh, I got that. Well, he transferred in with a 3.8.
All right, that's how you feel.
So yeah, man. But we was fortunate, and we were in the hunt and got a chance to snag a few championships. And our ultimate goal is to, I tell them I would love to have the all sport trophy on the men and women's side. And that's overall departmental accomplishments. So that's what we're striving for.
Those are excellent goals to have, and the thing about it, they're reachable.
Yes.
They're attainable, and it's sustainable.
You got that right.
all of that's possible, and INSiiGHTS, we want to help the Claflin Athletic Show grow.
Yes, indeed.
Just as INSiiGHTS continues to grow, as we're on television, on Roku. We're also now with mobile app.
Do it, man.
The second category on there is Claflin Athletic Show.
I love it. I show it all the time.
So you're no further away than your phone, whether it's Android or iPhone. You're no further away than dropping that, going to your app, Download INSiiGHTS, INSiiGHTS, 2 I's in the middle. Free. And it'll be as close as your phone, and none of us go too far without our phone.
Amen.
So Claflin is no further away than that. Not to mention, you can sit down on your TV, pull it up on Roku. It's right up there right this minute, 24/7, 7 days a week.
Yep.
Programming always changing. And Claflin, the athletic show. I only want to see IAA with one. So
that's right.
Keep up with what's going on with your institution, Coach. In closing, what words would you like to give to your alumni, your supporters, anything, a message you would like to send to them as the season gets ready to outside of make sure everybody you stay in tune. Go to the Claflin Athletic website for updates, see what's going on when the team is coming in your area so that you could see them. Nothing better than as a student and a coach to look up there and see your fans in the stands.
Yeah. I just want to say, just keep loving us, keep coming out to support us. Our student athletes, they really, really gain strength from it. As an administration, it is a proud moment for us to be able to serve you and keep giving back and reaching back to pull the next generation up, because Claflin is a proud institution, and I just want us to continue to turn back and grab this younger generation and pull them up and help them get to where we are today, because now we're sitting in that seat where we're able to show the love and give financial support and mental support. Just be role models, continue to be the role models for all of our students, and keep loving on us. I tell them after every meeting, I say the same thing: I love you. And they already know what's coming. And, one day I was talking to one team and I was finishing up and I was saying, in closing, I would like to say, and they said, "We love you, T.O." So they beat me to it. So yeah, man.
They beat you to it, huh?
Beat me to it, bro.
Man, that's a great legacy to have, and your ability to talk to the students and all of that. That's a key. And having been a former athlete allows you an insight that everybody else doesn't have. And a lot of your staff is former athletes as well.
Yes.
So they understand.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate Athletic Director Tony O'Neill on the Claflin Athletic Show, getting a chance for you to hear it straight from the head man and the things that they're trying to do and implement. He's only able to do it with your support.
Amen.
For you to be there, you don't have to make a huge donation, even though they are appreciated. Just make a donation. Just make a donation.
Yes.
We're used to getting by with little, hard to get by without any, but help Claflin out. Ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you being a part of the Claflin Athletic Show. Mr. T.O. gave those initials to Terrell Owens. I think he's getting a little money kicked back on it because Tony O'Neill's getting a few ducats on it. He's not saying anything, y'all. But we appreciate you being a part of the show, being here to support us, and we're on each week, the Claflin Athletic Show, presented by INSiiGHTS Sports, INSiiGHTS Roku, INSiiGHTS mobile apps. T.O., anything in closing, sir?
God bless. Love you.
Like us on Facebook.
I liked it on Facebook.
Follow us on Twitter. INSiiGHTS.
Yeah.
2 I's in the middle. INSiiGHTS.
All right, y'all.
Stay up to date with the latest from INSiiGHTS. Visit our website at INSiiGHTS.com. 2 I's in the middle. INSiiGHTS.
INSiiGHTS is a copyright of Mac4 Enterprises, a Florida corporation. This broadcast is produced under the exclusive ownership of Mac4 Enterprises and is the intellectual property and trademark of Mac4 Enterprises. Comments of the host and other individual speakers on INSiiGHTS represent the independent thoughts and representation.